for all things Halloween. This is Hauntformer, and you know what's all the rave on YouTube? These blind bag unboxings. For some reason, everybody loves seeing someone open something for the first time and being surprised at whatever lurks inside the mysterious little bag or box. And I know this is the case because I myself watch these videos. Well, today you are watching such a video. Today, we have the Funko Universal Monster Mystery Minis. Now, there are two different variations. I only have 2 of the in-color ones and 10 of the black and white variant ones that were exclusive to Walgreens, making a total of 12 different monsters. Well, fingers crossed different, that we don't get any doubles, of these Universal Monster characters. Now, Funko has had the license to Universal Monsters for years now, and I love what they've been doing with all of these different classic, iconic characters, and putting them in mini form was just the next step. I am very excited to open these. Like I said, I have 12. This is 2 of them, and then the other 10 are sitting just to my right here. But we are going to unbox each one of these and see what lurks inside. So as you can see on the little box here itself, you have Frankenstein's monster, the Wolfman, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. On the side, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Dracula, and I think that's a mole person from an old horror film called The Mole People. And on the other side, you have Imhotep, who's the Mummy, the Phantom of the Opera, and my favorite, the Invisible Man. And on the back here, you basically have all of those characters, plus a variant of the Invisible Man, giving us our total of monsters. There's also another variant of the Frankenstein monster right there with the little flower that he gives to the little girl. It's a very great movie. Go check out the old monster movies if you haven't. But we are here to unbox all of these, and I could not be more excited, so get comfy. We've got 12 monsters to unpack, and fingers crossed, come on, give me some good energy that we don't get any doubles. Don't give me that double energy, give me that single energy. I don't know how that works. So, our first mini character, our mystery character, is still a mystery, because it's in a box and then it's in a bag. Go figure. You're getting a little ASMR in here, too. Yeah. Do you like blind bag unboxings? No more ASMR. It's arm day today, apparently. Here we go. Our first character. Ooh. The black and white Wolfman. Take a look at him. Look at that. The original Wolfman. One of my favorite of the original Universal Monster movies. This guy is a treat, and I love the stance he's in. He's hunched over, he's angry, he's ready to pounce and do some very not nice things, if I may say. Very cool, the Wolfman. Really great first pick. And like I said, he's in black and white. Now, we're going to do one of our colored options, and hope we score a good one. Again, the color lurks just behind the bag. What do I got? Oh, look at that! The color version of the Wolfman. So if we bring in these two, you can see they're the same sculpt. This one's painted black and white like the actual movie, and this one is what the movie would have looked like in color. I believe they recolored the movies too, so this should be accurate with the greens and everything, but wow. 2 really cool mystery minis from an iconic classic horror film. Perfect for this time of year. I love it! Alright. Here's another black and white one. Like I said, I mostly have the black and white ones. I have a couple in color ones. I know we got a double there, but technically one of them was in color, one was in black and white, so that's not fully, that doesn't really count. You can't get me on that. I'm just kidding. Don't freak out. I'm alright. Maybe not here, but I'm alright. What do we got? And we got another Wolfman. Alright, so the double has already hit, which means we're not going to get any more, right? Right, there's the Wolfman. I'm not really complaining because I like the Wolfman. You should too. The movie is really good, and it's honestly kind of sad because he doesn't want to be evil, but of course, after getting bit by the werewolf, you really don't have much of a choice, do you? No, not really. And the Wolfman was actually what started all of the tropes of the... Ooh! Someone just fell right out of the bag! I couldn't even finish my sentence, started the werewolf tropes. Oh! Yes! The Invisible Man. Now, I know recently there was a new remake of the classic Invisible Man, but this is one of my favorite classic horror films ever.
You're crazy to know who I am, aren't you? All right, I'll show you. There's a souvenir for you. And one for you. I'll show you who I am and what I am.
One of the best, with some amazing special effects, and as you can see, little Claude Rains here as the bandaged up Invisible Man, who is a scientist that turns himself, well, as the title would suggest, invisible. No one can see him. He's basically like a ghost, and he can travel around and murder people. Woo! Very scary, very good movie, and I love this little guy. I love the glasses. He's got the little bottle of the invisible potion, and his robe. That is awesome. One of my favorite of the classic monsters. Actually, we have my two favorites, the Wolfman and the Invisible Man. How cool is that? All right, up next. Can I feel what this one is? Ooh, that feels like a Frankenstein. Am I right? No, I'm wrong. Kinda wrong, because it is another Karloff character, the Mummy. And this Mummy is the black and white variant, but there really wouldn't be a huge difference between this one and the color version of the Mummy, because this little guy here, he's basically colored as the movie would suggest. He's pretty old, he's pretty decomposed and wrapped in linen, and as you can see, it looks like he has the little scroll here, which helps him come back to life, and he's got his little scarab ring. He's pretty cool. How neat, and he's got his hand stretched out to get you. He really doesn't look like this in the movie very much, but in all the sequels, yeah, they milked the whole bandaged mummy look a lot. But that's the Mummy we all know and love. What's this one gonna be? Come on, somebody guess. Somebody comment. You know what it is. I feel you. I feel you. Well, I don't actually. We're as close as we can get. Ah! Another iconic character. The Bride of Frankenstein. Who really doesn't show up in the movie named after her for very long. One of the best of those old horror films, the Universal Monster movies. And the Bride is just the bride on top of the cake, if you will.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
She is really cool. She has that shocked expression that if you see the movie, you know what I'm referring to. She also has her very iconic hair, which has been a staple of Halloween ever since this movie came out way back in the 30s. I believe that's how old the Bride of Frankenstein goes. Really great little mystery mini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 down and 6 to go. Let's do our other colored character. And see if we can't score up something a bit different. But again, technically these movies were in black and white, so the variants are going to be what they actually look like in the movies, unless you watch the colorized versions, but I don't know why you would, because the black and white has a nice gothic charm to it, which you really can't get with color. Now, before I open this one, we still need a Frankenstein's Monster, a Dracula, a Creature from the Black Lagoon, and a Phantom of the Opera, and the Mole Person. And as you can see, each of them have their own little respective variant levels. So the variant Invisible Man and the Phantom of the Opera here have really low levels of getting them, 1 in 72, whereas Frankenstein's Monster and the Mummy and the Wolfman have very high levels, 1 out of 6. So, that's a little math for your butt. And look at that! Woohoo! Probably the most iconic of the Universal monsters, the Frankenstein Monster, played amazingly by Boris Karloff all those years ago.
It's moving. It's alive. It's moving. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
With the makeup and the bolts in his neck and the large forehead, this is really the most iconic look of the Frankenstein monster, even though it didn't really look like this, described in the original Mary Shelley book. But wow, is he cool. I really like this little guy. Take a look at him. The Frankenstein's Monster, or as a lot of people just call him, Frankenstein, but Frankenstein's the doctor. So, yeah, the more you know. So, we have the two colored guys. We have Frankenstein's Monster and the Wolfman, which is funny because there was actually a movie called Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, and I happened to get those two in color, so that's pretty good coinky-dink. And then we have, in black and white, the Bride and the Mummy, and the Invisible Man, and the Wolfman, and two Wolfmans, which round up to our 7 number thus far. But we still have 5 more to go, so let's not delay any longer. Be careful with knives, by the way. I don't know if you're opening with a parent or not, or maybe you are a parent, I don't know. But be careful, or maybe you're just me, and I'm just prone to cutting myself, and that's not a very good thing. I am just making a huge mess on the floor. That's okay, you're not seeing it. What is this one going to be? I should just really open it with the knife. I feel like that's way easier. Ah, there we are. I want to have a toast. Here we have Dracula, played by Bela Lugosi, one of the most charismatic original actors from the Universal Monsters series. Dracula's looking really cool here. He's got that classic pose with his hands up and the cape, the slicked back hair, very iconic. I never drink wine.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Really great movie, really great character, Dracula. Awesome little figure. He's going perfectly in black and white along with all of his other monster comrades. 4 more monsters to go, and we've gotten basically all of the main monsters out of the way, which is pretty impressive. I gotta say, this is pretty darn nice. This one feels like it's another Dracula. Oh, look at that! This Dracula has the candelabra, whereas this Dracula just has his hands outstretched. Both very iconic looks from the movie, where he's walking up the stairs of his castle with the candelabra and the spider webs. And then, of course, his more transcendental, very trance-like state with his hands outstretched, where he's summoning you. Really cool. I like that we got both Draculas. That is awesome. And that Dracula... Oh, so that's weird. It's weird. The one with the candelabra is actually 1 out of 6, and the one with his hands like this are actually 1 out of 24. So you're more likely to get the candelabra one than you are the one without it. The more you know. Though I will say I do kind of like the one with his hands outstretched because that's kind of his more signature look, I guess you could say. Yeah. Mackie wants a new pair of shoes. Well, actually, my shoes aren't bad right now. They're not too bad. I hope you're having fun. Are you having fun? Let me know in the comments which of these monsters is your absolute favorite. It's hard for me to say because all of these look so good, but I just love me the Invisible Man. I'm glad he's getting the recognition that he deserves, you know? It's really good. Ah, there we are. The creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm so glad we got him. This would have been a cool one to have in color with the green. But I feel like Wolfman, Frankenstein's Monster, pretty solid picks for the color choices. But the creature, so iconic, really has changed the way we see monsters, and especially creatures, in film ever since this movie came out in the 50s. The creature from the Black Lagoon was a marvel of special effects, and yeah, an awesome monster movie, awesome character. I mean, he really doesn't have... I can't really quote him because he's like... He doesn't really have a line that I can necessarily say. We're down to our last two, you guys. Pretty much all we're missing are the Mole People and the Phantom of the Opera, which I don't know if this is going to offend any monster fans, but in my opinion are probably the ones that I cared about the least. Not being mean, especially the Mole People. I feel like those get shoehorned in. We could have had the Metaluna Mutant, or maybe Boris or Bela from the Black Cat, or, you know, there's a few other ones. Here we have Dracula with the candelabra yet again. Not surprising. He's a 1 out of 6, so you're more likely to get him, or the Mummy, or the Frankenstein Monster than any others. And we will round off with, if we're lucky, that really cool variant Invisible Man that I would love. But, you know, who's to say that's what we're going to get? Nope, not the Invisible Man, but cool nonetheless. Imhotep, the Mummy. So in total, we got ourselves, 1 second, 2 mummies, 2 of the black and white Wolfmen, the Frankenstein's Monster, and the Wolfman in color, the creature from the Black Lagoon, and the Invisible Man, 3 Draculas, 2 with candelabras, 1 without, and our Femme Fatale, the Bride of Frankenstein, composing of 12 super cool, really awesome, I can't even pick them all up. Can I get them? Can I get them? Really cool monsters, you guys. This was a pretty fun video, I gotta say. These monsters are a lot of fun. So if you like stuff like this, if you like seeing the little unboxings, and you want to see more, let me know in the comments below. I need to hear from you. to know what you want to see. Thank you very much for watching, and leave in the comments which one of these monsters was to die for. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, for all things Halloween and Universal Monsters, this is Hauntformer.